welcome to You Have Been Watching, the programme that takes the week's TV, slams it on a marble slab and guts it like a metaphor. We'll be looking at TV in a week when Dannii Minogue announced she'd like a part in the American drama serial Desperate Housewives. She'd be the perfect choice, provided the writers are looking for someone to play a rubber-titted slab of Formica. It was revealed complaints to the BBC have doubled over the past year. Interestingly, this figure coincides with a corresponding rise in the number of Daily Mail articles encouraging haughty, joyless cretins to complain about things they've never seen or heard. Presenter Mylene Class called the police after spotting people spying into her bedroom window from a golf course behind her house. One player took an astonishing 72 strokes before shooting onto the green. Rude. Said something rude. It's been announced Uri Geller is to turn his home videos of Michael Jackson into a new documentary for ITV. I really feel for Uri Geller. He's going through all the classic stages of grief: denial, anger, acceptance, CNN interview, signing a contract with ITV, voiceover, premiere and rap party. This year's X Factor finalists are to pay tribute to Michael Jackson by singing some of his hits. Tell you what, if he could hear their artless caterwauling, his brain would be spinning in its fridge. Anyway, joining me on the show this week are Frankie Boyle, Reece Shearsmith, and Sarah Millican. Now, without further ado, this week's TV club choice is the astonishing Inside Nature's Giants, the animal autopsy series, which is effectively CSI Whipsnade. Lovely. If you haven't seen it, let's have a butcher's at the Butcher's. Inside Nature's Giants represents your best chance to discover what it's like being inside an animal without being charged with gross indecency.
Here we go.
Essentially a cross between a natural history documentary and a Friday the 13th style slasher movie, it's a blood-drenched journey into the very heart, and liver and stomach, of some of wildlife's biggest hitters: the elephant, the whale, the crocodile and the giraffe. Not so cute with their skin off, are they? Jesus, it's like Dumbo for necrophiles. It might sound sensationalist, but there's heaps of proper science lurking amongst the offal. Informative VTs, CGI recreations showing how animals work, and the god-hating Professor Yaffle himself, Richard Dawkins, waxing lyrical about evolution.
It's done by Darwinian means.
Once you've adjusted to the gore, there's plenty to learn in a fun and fascinating way. And if you don't like that, then just squint a bit and imagine you're watching an M&S ad. This is not just giraffe innards. This is giraffe innards in an organic raspberry jus. Getting quite peckish now. You all watched this. What did you make of it, Reece?
Absolutely vile. I mean, I'm not...
Really?
Yeah, I found it really, really hard to get through.
Not even the slightest bit erotic?
No. No, I found it... I thought everything that it was doing, you could get out of a pop-up book.
that would be a pop-up book I'd like to see. Yeah, but didn't you think? I thought this was a brilliant programme. I have to say, I thought when I heard Channel 4 are going to cut up an elephant and a giraffe, I thought the sensationalist bastards. You know, it's going to be Alan Carr coming on with a hook, and, something like that.
That would be good.
But that would be good. That might be better. But I genuinely did feel like I learnt a lot from this.
Why were they so amazed at everything they found? You know, like they're scientists. They cut open a giraffe, like, oh, look at how many vertebrae it has in its neck. It's a giraffe. What were you expecting to find? A fucking horse with a periscope? Bones in its neck.
They're impressed by the majesty of nature. I'm dismayed. Sarah, what did you make of it?
I loved it. I thought it was brilliant. I thought I was prepared to be made to feel sick, because I'm quite squeamish, but it just made me feel really hungry. I watched it with my boyfriend and we had a barbecue afterwards.
I thought that your level of whether you're disgusted or not by gore depends on to what degree you can empathise. Because I can't watch like human autopsies, and believe me, I've tried. Because you know the minute a blade goes in, I'm thinking, oh, but with this I don't have a trunk or a tail. I could just watch them whipping bits off and hacking them open. It doesn't matter. We're going to have a look at some of the nasty moments now. So cover your eyes if you're a wuss.
We get a little bit of this here that we can take joy. I don't know whether you can grab a bit of this as well, but if I pass that one over there, there we go. So we have got an incredibly long small intestine.
Compare this to the guts of the elephant.
Can you stand back, please?
In this animal, we see the consequence of a junk food diet, compared to the more discerning gourmet diet of a giraffe.
We need everybody here to be on the other side of that water, because we're going to cut this in and it's all going to pop out.
Delightful. Delightful. There's a beach that's just lost its blue flag status. What did you make of that?
Could you imagine you taped it, but you accidentally taped over your daughter's Lion King DVD?
But the soundtrack was still in place. That would fuck with her head. I like the fact that they do it all in orange Guantanamo-style boiler seats.
Yeah, they're not like...
And I like to think that's something that they made the inmates at Guantanamo Bay do. They gave them LSD and made them cut up a giraffe. OK, you've watched some of the series, so you've all seen your fair amount of animal innards, so you should be able to spot which body part comes from which animal. So I'm going to test you. Take a look at these pictures and tell me which animal you think they came from. OK, here's the first one.
Oh, it's like the meat counter at Lidl.
Possibly right.
Whatever it is, it looks like it's begging for help.
It's speaking.
Destroy me! Buzz in when you're ready. Reece.
Elephant stomach?
No, it's a crocodile's stomach. Oh. What's this?
It looks like a Viennetta.
I must admit, I hadn't looked at it like that.
Teeth.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It's an elephant's tooth. It's a bit of a sad sight on its own, but remember, ground down, that's going to give an erection to 2,000 Chinese businessmen. Well done, Sarah. That's a point to you. What do you think when you're dissecting an animal of this stature, what do you think is one of the biggest dangers?
Suddenly becoming overcome by the horror of your own life.
Exploding stomach? Or exploding innards? Gases?
Well, let's take a look.
Before dissection can begin, we must release the gases that have built up inside. Just shows you, though, how much gas builds up within 24 hours.
With lots of gas being produced and some liquid content as well, so we just need to relieve all that pressure.
You did that deliberately.
Astonishing. The only way that could have been more impressive is if they stuck a trombone in the hole and made it play Nelly the Elephant.
Do you know what really got me was Richard Dawkins, though? Did you see Richard Dawkins? Why has evolution chosen to give Richard Dawkins a woman's voice? I'd have much preferred if they had like a creationist scientist on there who'd spent the whole time talking about how amazing it was that these things fitted onto the ark. Oh, it must have been massive! Must have had a special room for this!
I'd have liked to have seen what would have happened if Richard Dawkins had cut it open and seen a serial number. Or a label that said Made in Eden. So that you'd have to like cover it up with a sleeve.
He's so delighted at all evidence that there's no God. He's absolutely fucking delighted that there's no God, Dawkins. He's just got a big smile on his face going, we live in a meaningless universe. With all super-evolved monkeys clinging to a rock that's falling through space.
Well, at least, I mean, I liked the fact that the programme had an agenda. It had a purpose. Didn't that strike you as a good thing?
It had a purpose to find out stuff that we already knew.
It was as if someone has thought, where haven't we been? And let's have a look inside it.
I am appalled at all of you!
It was
you scientific Philistines! It was an amazing programme! It was an astounding spectacle! I haven't seen inside an elephant, or a crocodile, or a giraffe! Fuck you all!